Listen more, talk less. You know, there's something people often overlook. It's so simple, yet so powerful. You might even think it's not a big deal, but trust me, it changes everything. You're walking down the street, your mind buzzing with thoughts, opinions, ideas, so many things you're dying to say. But have you ever stopped to consider just for a second what would happen if you didn't? If instead of speaking, you just listened? It's funny how we're all so eager to be heard. We jump into conversations, we interrupt, we assume we know what the other person is going to say. We're all guilty of it, right? But what if I told you that by talking less and listening more, you could actually become smarter, more empathetic, and even more successful? Sounds like a magic trick, doesn't it? But it's not magic, it's reality. Let's take a simple, everyday scenario. Imagine you're in a meeting at work. Everyone's throwing ideas around, trying to come up with the next big thing. Now you've got this idea, it's brilliant, it's groundbreaking. But here's the thing, you're so focused on waiting for your turn to speak that you miss out on what others are saying. You're nodding along, but you're not really listening. And guess what? That brilliant idea you're so proud of, it might have been even better if you'd taken the time to truly listen to the thoughts around you. Listening isn't just about hearing words, it's about understanding the person behind those words. It's about picking up on the things that aren't said. The tone, the hesitation, the emotion. When you listen, really listen, you start to see the world differently. You start to see people differently, and that's when things start to change. Think about your relationships. How many times have you argued with someone because you were too busy defending your own point of view to actually hear theirs? How many times have you felt misunderstood because the other person wasn't really listening? Now, imagine if you both just paused, took a breath, and really listened to each other. It sounds simple, but it's not easy. It takes practice, it takes patience, but the rewards, they're priceless. Listening more and talking less isn't about being passive. It's about being strategic. It's about choosing your words carefully, making sure they have impact. Because when you talk less, people listen more. It's ironic, isn't it? But think about it. The more you talk, the less people pay attention. But when you speak only when you have something truly important to say, people start to hang on to your every word. Let's talk about influence. You want to be influential, right? You want people to respect you, to seek your advice. Well, here's a little secret. The most influential people are the ones who listen. They gather information, they understand different perspectives, and when they do speak, they do so with authority and insight. They don't just throw their opinions around like confetti, they choose their moments carefully. And that's what makes them powerful. But it's not just about influence, it's about learning. Every single person you meet knows something you don't. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn something new. But if you're always the one talking, you're missing out on that opportunity. You're missing out on the chance to grow, to expand your mind, to see things from a different perspective. Take a moment to think about the last time you were in a conversation. Were you really listening, or were you just waiting for your turn to speak? Were you fully engaged in what the other person was saying, or were you already formulating your response? It's a habit we all fall into. But here's the thing, when you really listen, you gain so much more than you could ever get from talking. Let's take this into the realm of everyday life. Imagine you're at a party, surrounded by people you don't know very well. Now you could spend the evening talking about yourself, sharing your stories, your opinions. But what if, instead, you decided to listen, to ask questions, to show genuine interest in the people around you? You'd be amazed at how much you'd learn, not just about them, but about yourself. You'd discover new ideas, new perspectives, and maybe even new opportunities. And here's the kicker. By listening more, you'd actually become more likable. People love to talk about themselves, and when you give them that opportunity, they'll remember you as someone who cared, someone who made them feel heard. But it's not just about making friends or influencing people, it's about making better decisions. When you listen more, you gather more information. You see the bigger picture. You understand the nuances of a situation, and that allows you to make better, more informed decisions. Whether it's in your personal life or your professional life, listening more and talking less can give you the edge you need to succeed. Now let's be clear. I'm not saying you should never speak up. Your voice matters, your opinions matter, but it's about balance. It's about knowing when to speak and when to listen. It's about recognizing that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to say nothing at all. Let's dive into another scenario. Let's say you're at a family gathering and the conversation turns to a heated topic. You have strong opinions and you're tempted to jump in to set the record straight. But what if instead of diving into the debate, you took a step back? What if you just listened? You might discover that the other person has a perspective you hadn't considered. You might find common ground that you didn't even know existed. And by listening, you could turn a potential argument into a meaningful conversation. Listening more and talking less is a skill that can transform every aspect of your life. It can improve your relationships, boost your career, and even make you a better person. But like any skill, it takes practice, it takes effort, it takes a conscious decision to put aside your own need to be heard and to focus on the person in front of you. And here's the thing, when you start listening more, you'll find that people start to listen to you more too, because they'll recognize that you're not just waiting for your turn to speak. They'll see that you genuinely care about what they have to say, and that's when real connections are made. That's when real communication happens. So how do you start? How do you train yourself to listen more and talk less? It's simple, really. The next time you're in a conversation, make a conscious effort to listen. Don't interrupt. Don't jump in with your opinion. Just listen. Pay attention to the words, the tone, the body language. Ask questions, show interest, and resist the urge to turn the conversation back to yourself. It's not easy. We're all wired to want to be heard, to share our thoughts, our ideas. But the more you practice, the better you'll get, and the rewards are worth it. You'll find that your relationships become stronger, your conversations more meaningful, and your decisions more informed. You'll find that people respect you more, that they seek out your opinion, that they value your input. And here's the best part. By listening more and talking less, you'll actually find that you have more to say. Because when you take the time to listen, you gain new insights, new perspectives, new ideas. And that makes your words more powerful, more impactful. When you do speak, people will listen. They'll know that you've taken the time to understand the situation, that you've considered different viewpoints, and that what you have to say is worth hearing. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, be the one who listens. In a world where everyone is talking, be the one who listens. Because in the end, the one who listens is the one who learns. The one who listens is the one who understands. The one who listens is the one who makes a difference. Listening more and talking less isn't just about being polite. It's about being smart. It's about being strategic. It's about being the kind of person that others want to listen to. So the next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember, you don't always have to be the one talking. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to just listen. And here's a final thought for you. What if everyone in the world listened more and talked less? What if we all took the time to truly understand each other, to see things from different perspectives, to learn from one another? The world would be a very different place, a better place. So start small, start with yourself. Listen more, talk less, and see how it changes your life. It's a simple idea, but it's a powerful one. And it's something that each of us can do every single day. So give it a try. The next time you're tempted to jump into a conversation, take a step back, listen, really listen, and see what happens. You might just be surprised by what you learn. Let's talk about how listening can transform how you handle conflict. Most of the time, disagreements escalate not because of the issue at hand, but because we're too busy defending our own stance to hear the other side. Imagine you're having an argument with a friend or family member. You're frustrated, They're frustrated, and both of you are more focused on proving you're right than on solving the problem. This is where the power of listening comes into play.